other people tell me that I should know. And everything else that I know apart from that is just a mystery to myself and others. Like, what the fuck? So remember back in World War II days with Hitler, they were sending out freaking um, rockets, but they weren't just rockets. You know, now we have way more information about a rocket. It's not just a rocket; it's a fucking, a cargo fucking rocket. There's people inside the fucking rocket. These rockets can travel freaking far distances. It's fucking crazy. And it's obviously past my bedtime. But fuck it, you know? We only we only get to live once in this bitch. So we might as well make the most out of it. And it's 12:41 a.m. October 4th, 2020 now. So yeah, so what do you guys think about my theory? Well, this one that I'm, in the video. Could it be possible? Maybe, when we look at the moon, there's that little round spot. It almost looks like a big crater hit it. Not a crater. Whatever hit it created, created the crater. I'm talking about an asteroid. No, maybe it's not an asteroid. What I'm thinking about is that indent crater, the crater. Maybe it's not what we think. Maybe it's the South Pole or the North Pole of Earth, which we look at the moon and we just say it's the moon. But what if it's the South Pole or the North Pole of Earth? You know? Then I also noticed some other I noticed some other phenomenons. So okay, so I was kind of hesitant about sharing this, but why the fuck not? it's like people are going to believe whatever they want to believe anyhow. Whether the information is true or not, people will believe whatever they want. Um, and that's okay. That's why I like open-minded people, reasonable people, people that can accept more than one option. You know, like the all of the above. But instead of A through fucking C, you keep squeezing more in there. To eventually you get to fucking Z. And then fuck it, you repeat the whole alphabet again. But then you have A and then those little things. A, lowercase a. B, lowercase a. C, lowercase a. E, lowercase a. And so on and so forth, all the way through Z, the lowercase a. But you still are selecting all of the above. So anyway, so it's round, right? And if you can see the moon, when the sun is about to sunrise, you will see and notice where the light shines on the moon and where it casts the shadow. The direction of light on the round object, which we call the moon, it says a lot. So you will notice that on the moon, when you're looking at it, you're always on the very top, 12 o'clock. You're always on the very top, 12 o'clock. And as the night draws to an end, you're always on the top. On the 12 o'clock. then I'm trying to think this through at the same time. So for sunset, if you're looking at the moon, so you have a circle, a perfect circle, and I don't know if I'm doing this right, but you have a perfect circle, and over here is dark, over here is light, because that's where the sun is pointing in this direction, and it's going down over here. It's going down. So you're looking at the moon, and it has like a line. Like most of the time is on the center of it. And as the sun is setting, you're at 12 o'clock. So as it's going this way, the sun is revolving around, right? And then you start noticing that the light is leaving and the darkness is coming over you. So when the darkness is coming over you, you can see that radiant from light to darkness. And then when the sun sets completely, you will notice that if you're looking at the moon, you notice at the very top where you are is dark now. So as soon as you notice that it's dark and the direction of the light where it's going sunset on other parts of the moon, you will notice that it's not too far away from the point that you were at. And I would basically be able to better explain this if I was on my iMac showing images or with like a 3D illustration of, the planets with the moon, with the sun, and if I was able to freely rotate that so I could kind of show you guys. But so you got to look at the moon when it turns dark for sunset. You gotta look at where that where it's going sunset on other parts of the moon, and you will realize that you're not too far from it. So you're always at the 12 o'clock mark. That's where you are. And then as the day, as the time goes, and then you can see the sun when it's in the middle of the night. That means the moon, the sun will be down here, pointed up right under the moon. And then, so that would be like what? It would be like 3 or 4 a.m. Then it'll go this way, so the moon will now have the line like this, like around this angle, round, and over here is the light. Half of it's the light. You have to look at it like floating balls in a swimming pool, because that's all we're in. We're in a fucking bubble. The moon's a bubble. The sun is a fucking other bubble. We're surrounded by fucking bubbles, by fucking circles, perfect fucking circles. It's like a sphere. That's all it fucking is. It's a sphere. There's a bunch of spheres out there. And you just have to really look at that if you're into that, and if you're interested in looking at that stuff. And it can kind of leave you fascinated, interested, and it gives you the desire to want to go out there again, just to stare at it and learn more about that shit. But people have studied all this stuff for a long time. Many others have been taken captive in their curiosity, where they wrote a lot of shit. They came up with a lot of theories. Most of this shit you can find on the internet. It's pretty amazing stuff, honestly. But yeah, that's to me it was breakthrough. It was really revolutionary and breakthrough in my own mind as I discovered this. So I know exactly where I'm at on the opposite of where we are now. And because the Bible, that's the crazy shit about the crazy thing about all this shit. It's like the Bible says that we look through a glass dimly. Earth is just a reflection of the real. So pay attention to that. And I guess, like the stuff that I just shared right now is it can just say a lot, just put it that way. When you go and really meditate on that verse, and not just that, but I don't know if anyone out there has tripped out on the way that we are created. You know, God created us, right? Our fingers are kind of round, especially in the bottom. Our heads are round. Our eyes are fucking round. Our eyes are round. You know? It's weird, right? It's like a ball. They are. Testicles, they're round. It's the same thing with other animals: dogs, cats, horses, cows. You know, that's how we get shapes. That's how um, we were offered shapes or presented with shapes later on after people studied and gathered the information in history, in the timeline in history to the current. You know, and we are presented with a lot more shapes than ever before because it took a long fucking time for them to present all that information and to obtain all that information. And there is different types of shapes. Like some people fucking studied like bees, you know, and they got the octagon and a bunch of other shapes, diamonds with it's almost like a square that gets stretched out by one corner and then on the other corner, and then that's how the diamond is built or structured. It's pretty amazing stuff. Um, but yeah, I mean, because obviously we're going to believe what we've been taught and what other people tell us. And at the end of the day, they're going to continue telling us what we've been taught. So at the end of the day, anyone that tries to tell us or teach us anything different than that is like, you know, this guy's like not even thinking outside the box anymore. Like this motherfucker stepped out of the fucking box altogether. It was a joke, by the way, for you slow fucks that didn't fucking understand my joke. But whatever the fuck. Moving on. Yeah, so next time you're outside, look at the moon. Look at the red little planet near the moon and trip the fuck out. spend a whole hour just speaking and speaking and speaking and talking and talking and talking. Oh, what else is round out there? Rocks. Rocks are round. Bubbles. Bubbles. When bubbles are formed, they're pretty much round. When rain comes down to Earth, that's round. Kind of round. Mm. Bearings are round. Most cleaning solutions have round, small particles. Potting soil, round. Stuff in it. What else? Any more ideas? Examples? Mm, I'm thinking, what about a snowball? Are those naturally created or are they just man-made or human-made shapes? Oh, excuse me. What about pixels? Oh wait, I think they're square, right? It's not round. Yeah, I don't think. Now that I think about it, they're not. They're not round. They're square. I think. Well, at least on the computer. I think when they're printed out, I think they are a circle. Trip out, right? Maybe because the printer is more simplified and more professional, more advanced than a fucking computer is. But that's a whole different sermon. And I already dropped a video like that on YouTube, perfecting the pixels. What else, people? I know there's something else out there. Oh, fruits and vegetables. An orange. Did I forget to mention an orange? An orange. What else? Like peanuts, blueberries. Blueberries are so delicious. Mm. When I buy them, I eat the whole fucking box. Like, I wish I had a pet bear. If I had a pet bear, oh my god. I would love to feed it berries, blueberries. Um, most seeds are also round circles. Oh yeah. Soccer balls, uh, baseballs, um, golf balls, uh, tennis balls. That's weird. They're all balls, different shapes. But someone came up with all these rules revolving around a circle, a ball, a sphere. Huh. Interesting, right? There's volleyball, water volleyball. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Why is my... Is this thing dying on me? 5%. No. No! My phone's about to die.